What's going on, BC? So, just thought I would show where I just did a couple of days' work on my house. I really wanted to get some records up off the floor, which meant a big shift in the whole house, record-wise. Quite a bit of exercise. You probably can't tell. Maybe some of you can, but I've shifted all these records, 2 rooms worth. This room isn't as big as some people think it is, but I had shifted all these records. Some people who are kind of train spotters will maybe notice in the background next time I make a video that there's a shift in where the spines are. And I had to do some repair on these shelves here. They were about to they were pretty bowed pretty bad, so I had to tighten those up. So I just thought I'd show that. This is my little area where my copy is. Records, CDs, always a mess there. My morning banana. Roger, thanks again for the Opeth set list signed and the VIP tag. Thanks so much. Over on this side of the room, these Target plastic containers were supposed to be temporary, and they're collapsing, as you can see. But that's what I got to use for now. Just showing. And then all these compact discs. I've still got a ton of compact discs. This is my main room that I hang out in that you see. But I have probably just almost as many records combined with the other room and what's in this closet here. Probably have as much as what's on display that I don't have any room for. So that was a big job these last 2 days to do some repair on the shelves and stuff. I have home repairs that I need to do. Hopefully we'll get started on those next summer. Hopefully with some help from my family. No new records to show you. What's the last thing I played? Ralph and Florian by Kraftwerk. This is my copy that I bought in 1973. Just love this music. I also played Faust, Nurse with Wound, Disconnected last night. This is an album that, as a Faust collector, I wanted to have it. But when I first listened to this a few times, I was really not liking it. And the bottom line is I like the Faust sides. I don't particularly care for the Nurse with Wound sides on this, to be honest with you. But Nurse with Wound is not meant to be a pleasant ride. It's the yellow and orange vinyl. There's 2 different versions of this. One release has the albums where they're a solid color like this, and there's another one where the albums are marbled or split colored. But last night I was able to enjoy the Faust sides of this. Faust, one of my favorite bands. Also sitting out that I listened to, really enjoyed last night, was Drafted by Minotaurs. A few years ago I was out in LA and went to Amoeba Music for the first time, and this caught my attention there, so I bought it. And it's droney, minimal, ambient guitars, and sounds like violins and cellos. It's beautiful, and the cover fits it well. This is very good. Drafted by Minotaurs. Started to play this last night and wasn't in the mood for it. Circuit de You. I saw her live and she blew me away. Portrait. This is very naked, honest, personal music, so I have to be in the mood for it because I like music that's done well. And this is all about exposing oneself. So the music is kind of harsh at times, when I'm in the mood, I can go there and experience what this woman is sharing. Not last night. Severroots Tree Dies by Cheer Accident. American progressive band that really enjoyed this last night. A lot of King Crimson influence here. The other influences I can't quite place, but this is really good. King Crimson is a good reference for this album. Here's one I was thinking that I was almost ready to sell, but I played it last night and I really like this. The Bird and the Bee. Ray guns are not just the future. Inara George, the female singer in this band, is the daughter of Lowell George, who was the guitarist in Little Feat and for a time was in the Mothers of Invention. Some good stuff. On the Blue Note label. Last thing sitting out because now I can put all my records away. For months I've had this pile down here at the bottom of my desk where as I would get records in, VCLT, whatever, they just pile up because I was running out of room. Now I can start fresh. Associate Sulk. Billy McKenzie, the singer who's been dead for a while, was touted as the new David Bowie when he came out in the early 80s, I think. I can see why they said that about him. In some ways, Billy's voice was more powerful, but it was very sensual. And I think that's the right word, whereas back in the day, the word that would have been used would have been, he sounds very gay. But that's just insensitive. I hope it doesn't matter anymore if a person is... I really would like for that word to be obsolete. Gay doesn't mean anything. The man has a sensual voice. In other words, it's the sort of voice that... it can appeal to a woman and a man. What's the big deal? The album sounds like the cover. Those lush colors. Poorly pressed, though, I must admit. This is my original copy I bought in the 80s. And I noticed it right away. It's like, man, this is really badly pressed. It's a badly pressed album. It's a great album, though. I don't know. Watching the news, exercising, trying to put together plans on some house repairs that need to be made in the next year. Just, I don't know what to share, really. I have a lot on my mind as far as things that need to be done. But also trying to just stay in the moment and enjoy life very simply. It's like you can always be working on something, but when you look at the events of the world, things are always falling apart at the same time, too. So I try to keep a perspective, move forward in my life, take care of what I have to take care of, but also just try to stay in the moment and enjoy as much of it as possible. So much instability is what I'm speaking of. One of the reasons that comes up is here in Omaha, one of the big employers, ConAgra. I'm sure you've heard about ConAgra, the food giant. They've been based out of Omaha for 93 years, and they're moving to Chicago. And here in Omaha, it's big news. It's like it's a few thousand jobs, which doesn't seem like much, but on the level of the jobs it's a shakeup. It's a corporate shakeup, and the way that the local redneck AM radio station that is the butt kisser to the 10%, the way that they're talking about it is like it's the end of the world, and it's like, what am I trying to say? It's just interesting, the perspective of the world. We really live in two different worlds. The world, it's a class war. I just say these things. The war. It is a class war, and the rich man has, as far as they're concerned, they've won because they have everything, And I guess that's what I'm thinking about in relation to the ConAgra closing and the perspective that's being given by the media here in Omaha, which is seems like the only people that matter to the media are the ruling class, and that one small percent of the country that has everything. And when a little bit of something upsets their lives, boy, it's just news of the world. But, every day, more and more people are going homeless unnecessarily. Omaha is supposed to be a real family-oriented town. This is supposed to be the heartland of America, where all the good people live. Well, if that's the case, why are there so many homeless people here? And why are so many of them children? And why is that? I know the answer. It's because everything is a fucking lie, and people have no value to the ruling class, It doesn't matter, I say these things and it doesn't make a damn bit of difference. So I don't know why I'm saying it. Just started talking about it and there it is. Anyway, I try to keep my focus in the here and now, pretty simple, and enjoy my days. There's always something that needs to be taken care of and fixed and done. And I do what I can, but I'm not going to stress about it. Some things that are on my mind. Partially what's bringing this on my mind is I have a meeting in an hour with a woman that has worked in the music industry for years, and she has some kind of proposal for me, which at this point I don't quite understand. I got to find out more about it. But if it's real, it could be a cool opportunity. I won't say any more until after I have this meeting. Other thing coming up is that the Record Collector magazine out of the UK this month, the November issue, which will hit the stands mid-month October, there'll be an article in there about me. Yeah, the little things like that mean a lot to me.